You feel it? Hey. Great evening, everybody. Welcome to TLC Conversations. We're going to get this started in just a moment, but we are live. Welcome to TLC Conversations. We're going to give it a minute. We're going to get started in just a few moments. Yeah. Great evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to TLC Conversations. Let us know where you're chiming in from tonight. Antonio, let me know and take the time to share this live with somebody you see, right? If you want to feel without taking some pills, I just might say, throw the light fingers, where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. All right. Where you at? It's called Working from Home, Building a Global Business all over the entire world. All right, I see Miramar, Florida. All right, everybody, take the time to share this live. We're going to get it started in just a moment. It is Tuesday night, and yes, it's time for TLC Conversations. So we are people are simply excited about being a life changer. So stay tuned. We're going to share with you what it means to be a life changer. And we're going to get this started in just a few moments. All right? I guarantee you, you're going to feel it. I believe you will. Absolutely, you'll feel it. All right. Share. Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. Throw the light changers, where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. I'm a light changer, I'm a bona fide, certified light changer. I'm a light changer, I'm a 24/7 baby light changer. You feel that? Hey. You feel it? Hey. You feel it? Hey. You feel that? Don't come in my way and let me hear you say you got a mind. All right, great evening, everybody. Welcome. TLC Conversations. All right, take the time to share this live with somebody out there. I truly believe that it's going to bless somebody, all right? Great evening, everybody. Where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. Throw the light changers. Where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. I'm a life changer. You're a life changer. Definitely let us know. Throw those hands up in the air. I'm a life changer. All right. I'm a 24/7 baby life changer. Yes. All right. I see you all definitely jumping on tonight. Great evening, everybody. Great evening to everybody that's jumping on Facebook. Great evening to everybody that's jumping on as Instagram is getting going. And you know what? I just want to say happy Tuesday to everybody out there. You know, welcome to TLC Conversations, a CBDetox explosion, where I can tell you that we are super excited about lives being changed. We are really excited about the fact that, you know what, we said yes to an incredible company that's changing lives all over the entire world. And so, you know what, right here within this organization, we've been touring the country as we're having virtual tours. Just super excited about, you know, the fact that, you know what, one yes can literally turn your entire life around. And so as we just left New Jersey today, I can tell you that you want to tune in to not just only CBDetox explosion calls that are happening, but tomorrow we will be live in Tampa, Florida. And so, before I get into what I want to talk about tonight, I just want to let each and every one of you know, first and foremost, congratulations, because somebody shared this live with you in order to give you the opportunity to, number one, grab a hold of changing your health. So if you're out there tonight, okay, and you're saying, I'm looking for something, perhaps you're that person that understands in this season that your health is your greatest wealth. Maybe you've been that one that has struggled with being able to lose some weight, okay? As so many people around the world, as we're social distancing, may even find themselves eating a little bit more than normal, but, just really struggling with being able to get the pounds off. I can tell you that we got the answer. Perhaps you're tuning in tonight and you're someone in which you've been affected by understanding the fact that so many people right now are without a job. So many people have now found themselves in a position where, who would have thought that we would be in a position in 2020 as the vision was so high, as we realized and came into this year with a whole new outlook, understanding that, 2020 is a year of vision. I can tell you that nobody visualized being in the position that we're in. And so our hearts and our prayers go out to everyone who's been affected, income-wise, family-wise, health-wise, whatever it may be, because I can tell you that we are a company that has been able to bring forth change that literally is allowing people to say yes, that's grabbing hold of our daily pay, tapping into some daily income. And, it all starts with you just having that desire to definitely bring forth that change. Well, I can tell you that literally 5 years ago, it was my yes that I said to this incredible company that I had no idea what God was about to do. You see, I want you all to just understand my story just a little bit before I talk about these phenomenal products and definitely the number one compensation plan in the entire world. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I had tried every business under the sun. All right. If you've tried another direct sales business, put a 1 in the comment to let me know, because I can tell you that whereas I believed in this industry, for a very long time, I honestly had never had any success. But I can tell you that one thing that I realized was that, this industry was an industry that was definitely allowing, average people to get into something with a low upfront cost and be able to start a home-based business to either grab a hold of a product or a service and to truly begin to promote them and to create some financial freedom. And so I'm thankful because as a young child, I was introduced to this industry by my incredible parents. May my mom rest in peace, because I was able to glean upon this industry from a kid. So I truly believe that I was destined to win, but I had to go through my process in order to find a company called Total Life Changes. Thank you, Mr. Jack Fallon, for your dream and your vision as you locked arms with your BFF, Mr. John Licari, who really didn't want anything to do with it in the beginning. But now you all have given us a debt-free company as we're on the way to becoming a $1 billion debt-free company. And in a season in which the world has turned down, we are in the highest momentum ever. And so as that young child, I I was able to glean upon this industry, but after trying so many different businesses, never having any success. Anybody ever felt like, you just don't want to try anymore? Because there may be somebody watching today who doesn't believe in this industry. There may be somebody watching today who literally has tried everything under the sun, and you have those friends and those family who think you're a joke, because you've said that every opportunity was the opportunity and you never created any success. Well, that was my story. But, I could tell you I came from, a woman who once didn't believe in myself. I was a woman who didn't even understand that I had a purpose outside of being a mother, a wife, a daughter to my parents. I was that woman who allowed fear to stop me for a very long time. But I can tell you that once I began to realize that, I can do this. And yes, I am possible. And that, all of this was just a part of my process that I had to go through, because I could not be the woman that I am today. I could tell you that's when the shift began to happen in my life. But I can tell you that it started literally with a little cup of tea, right? And so whereas I'm not sipping on the original one tonight that changed my life, but I'm sipping on one of our teas that we have here, the number one detox tea in the entire world. And I didn't realize that as I said yes to a little pack of tea that was green at that time. Now it's this purple royalty pack of tea, purple royalty purple. I didn't realize what God was going to do, but I could tell you, I thank God that I was introduced to it, forever grateful, for being introduced to this little pack of tea. And I'm thankful that I made a decision to believe one more time, because I was about to give up on this industry. So what if, somebody shared this live with you tonight and you make a decision to step out on faith? What if you decide to take some risks? Because, all successful people are slow. They're quick to take action and they're slow to turn back. So successful people take risks. What if this could be the very thing that could change your life physically, that could also help to change your life financially, that you can now grab a hold and get in front of some industries, some recession-proof industries that, literally as the world turned down, we've had the biggest months in the history of total life changes. So what if? But I could tell you, as I began to sip on this tea, right, not really knowing what was going to do, that I was able to drop 20 pounds in 31 days, right? And I lost a little bit of belly fat. If anybody can relate to a little bit of belly fat. So I lost the weight and my life began to turn around. You see, after being bankrupt, not just once, but twice, right? So we can relate to the person out there that is maybe afraid of what's going to happen next, because that was once our story. We also have gone through repossession. We lost every vehicle. My husband and I, we was just talking earlier today, on our radio show, how, I remember the day when he had to go and sell the last vehicle that we had just for us to be able to survive in life. But you know what? I'm thankful that, we didn't focus on the issues, that we didn't focus on the challenge, but that we always had the vision in front of us of realizing that, one day we were going to be free if we just get up and keep on going. So after losing that weight, I didn't know that in a season after we stepped out on faith, how many of y'all ever just did something just to do it, right? When we stepped out on faith and literally moved to Miami, we had a plan, but we didn't know the full plan of what God was going to allow us to go through. Well, the job failed us permanently as he gave up himself over 25 years as an engineer, only for him to look up, no job, no money, right? We ended up homeless in the top of 2015, right? But, right? I said yes. I said it, yes. Say it 3 times, for real, it's still a deal to that tea. And I didn't know that a little 20-pound belly fat story was literally going to turn into a documented multi-5-figure income, right? Income in less than 60 days. And my life began to change. But I began to realize that it wasn't about me. You see, in the beginning, as God began to shift things in our life, it wasn't about me, but it was like individuals like Sean Jackson Hughes and Brenda Dawson and Jay Sky. I see you on here, and so many people that would end up saying yes, right, down the road. And so that's when I began to shift my focus to helping others. You see, when we realize and understand, ladies and gentlemen, that life is not about us, no matter what the situation that we're going through, that test is meant to become a testimony. That mess that God allows us to create in our lives, if we keep going, it will one day become our message. And so when I began to shift my focus to others, that's when he began to bless us tremendously. Looking up, and the very thing that I visualized turned into a $250,000 ring on my finger in less than 7 months' time. You see, in that season when Nate right there still looking for the job, right? No job was calling him back. Imagine being in command, building teams all over the world, and now nobody desires you, right? Because they can replace you with 4 people, for real, for the amount that they were paying you. And so that's what happened. But that's okay. We didn't focus on that. Nate realized that 1 could put 1,000 in flight, 2 could knock out 10,000. We began to build this business together. We more than doubled our income in the next few months. We became documented 7-figure earners in 17 months. Now multi-million-dollar earners. I say to every single one of you, it started with a simple yes. And so the company, if you haven't realized, it's all about a total life change. All right. It's called Total Life Changes. We're called TLC for short. And see, I share with you, our CEO and founder, Mr. Jack Fallon, we're forever grateful. But from his basement, started with this one product called the Nutriverse, 72 minerals, 19 amino acids, 1 tablespoon is like you eating 10 salads. Anybody had 10 salads? Anybody excited about 10 salads? No, not at all. But this was the very first product that he created from the comfort of his home. And I could tell you that we're excited because so many people around the world, this product has been able to impact their life. Okay, my dad, who is now 96 years old, I tell you, 4 years ago, was in a different condition. And I can tell you that I also know the fact of the matter that we give God all the glory, but the power of this product. Because this product, we've been able to watch our dad's life completely transform. One time, unable to even lift a fork to feed himself, flat on his back, stopped responding to us, would not even communicate. But we began to give him 1 tablespoon of this product, and enough said, as he was put on a service to be able to help as people began to decline in life. Guess what? In 6 months' time, release. You see, that's the power of what began to happen. And so all we do is become products of the products. We share our personal story, letting you know that, you know what, if you now grab a hold of the products are definitely going to increase and enhance your healthy lifestyle. And if you choose to grab a hold of the #1 compensation plan, that if you make a decision to work, okay, because results aren't typical, but I could tell you that I realized that I wasn't typical, and I worked my behind off in order to create the results and still continue to work, because I realized it's not about me. It's about how many people can I help win and get all the way to the top. And that's what I love about TLC. But now imagine, okay, that not just the NutriBurst, but down the road, as we got in, we were introduced to this little pack of tea, green at the time. You see, many times people don't realize, but you got to detox your body, okay? When you begin to detox your body, now what's going to end up happening is things begin to, line up in your body. Many times we don't realize, but the air that we breathe is toxic. The food that we eat is toxic. So you want to be and live life the absolute healthiest that you could possibly live. Start with cleansing your colon, your guts, your intestines, because that's what this phenomenal tea, this right here is the healthiest tea that we have. It's all herbal, 9 herbs, no stimulants. You drink this thing twice a day and the weight is going to go away. The very one that I lost 20 pounds in 31 days and my life began to change. Now down the road, Mr. Fallon, he saw us, as people all over the world started to say yes to the tea. But imagine this was 5 years ago. And people all over the world started to say yes, but we haven't scratched the scratch of the surface. We're for real looking for ambassadors of these products to help us spread these all over the world, therein resulting in the growth that we've had. But he said, it's a little difficult for, us to be busy, for us to be on the go, and to boil a pot of water, make enough for a gallon, and to have to, do this in hotel rooms, right? So he said, let me introduce the instant tea. Right, this one I love. That's what I'm sipping on today. You see, all I did was I opened this up. I poured it in a bottle of water, 1 sachet bottle of water. That's all it takes. You follow the directions on our products, and I guarantee you they're all going to work, right? And so now what's going to happen is, as you pour it in, you shake it up, you pour it in a glass, you drink it. Voila, you're losing 5 pounds in 5 days on the go, which is what all of our teas are known for, to help you lose 5 pounds in 5 days on the go into detox. But what I love about this one is this. You see, it has a component in it, right? A soluble fiber, in which when you drink it 30 minutes before a meal, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel full. So you eat less, all right? So therefore, if you're not out and about like the world used to be, right? And you're at home a little bit more, you find yourself walking to the pantry, try drinking this, all right? Before your meals, 30 minutes before your meal, you'll eat less. So I love this. Now, another industry that we're tapping into, as I'm going through some of the products, is the CBD industry. And I'm going to share with you a few of those products. But I do want to let you know about another one that I absolutely love. You see, right after I was introduced to the tea, right, as we started to sell so much of this, we couldn't even get it in our hands. We were like, okay, we need to shift. That product's not coming to us fast enough. You see, in high demand and supplying and demand was because the company was exploding. It was a challenge, kind of like where we are right now. Everybody over the world want to be healthy, and everybody's looking for a home-based business because they never want to find themselves in a position like the world just put them in a few months ago. So this NRG, natural raw energy, is going to turn on the energy, but turn off the appetite. Anybody out here, tried any other type of, energy drinks? Because I can tell you what those do is they give you a high and then cause you to crash. Well, this one, it's all natural energy. And so it's powerful because not only that, it's going to help with mental clarity. It's going to help with focusing. It's going to help with staying on point, paying attention, so many different things. This is one of the products, as our son Christian struggled academically, he takes this product every single day, not just to help him focus on his schoolwork, but he's a student athlete. And so one thing I can say is Christian won't touch the court without this NRG and this NutriBurst and another product called Chewy that you can Google and you can look up. 100% spirulina is what he takes. So before he touches the court, I can tell you that he has all three of those products in his system. So powerful here, all right? So we got you. We detox you. We want you to put everything back in with the NutriBurst and then turn on that energy, right? Turn off the appetite with some NRG. But let me share with you a few more products, okay? Because if you want to drop 1 to 3 pounds a day, get back with the person and say, please tell me about that resolution. All right, the solution for all of your weight loss goals. It is powerful, right? Drops a day. But let's get into the CBD industry right quick. You see, one of the things that I could tell you that I've had to learn, sometimes what I know is that when you don't have enough information on, let's say, a particular product, a particular industry, you can kind of prejudge it. Let me just put it that way. And so when we came out with the CBD tea, this one right here, okay, because we're tapping in the powerful CBD industry. All right, we got full spectrum hemp products over here. And so when I first heard about this one right here, which is our full spectrum lemon infused CBD tea right here, I didn't want any parts of it. Okay, because when I heard CBD, when I heard full spectrum hemp, all I heard was marijuana, getting high, all that good stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't want any of that. I'm 50 years old. I haven't tried it in that 50 years. Don't worry about it. I'm not sipping it. I'm not dropping it. I don't even want to rub it on my body, okay? But then I had to realize, I'm a little ignorant to the situation because I started to travel. I started to see in airports and everywhere, CBD is a revolution. CBD explosion. Doctors are paying attention to CBD. This and that. CBD. Oh my goodness, it's revolutionary. So I said, wait a minute. Maybe I need to stop, pay attention, and listen because we're tapping into this industry. Remember, I said we're tapping into recession-proof industries. I shared with you so many, right? Health and wellness, weight loss, the energy industry, the hair industry. We got so many different products, right? So we're tapping into all these different industries, the coffee industry, right? A lot of industries the home-based business industry, right? A lot of them, right? So I'm like, CBD, let me pay attention because I started to see people opening up a pack of this one, pouring it in a bottle of water, just like I was doing with the instant tea, drinking this and getting some amazing results. Not only were they losing the weight, but on top of it, I started to see stories and testimonies of people sipping on this tea and you know what? Their skin clearing up. I started to hear testimonies of people sipping on this tea who couldn't rest at night, who were able to drink this tea and now have a peaceful and restful night. I started to see people share testimonies who may have not been able to deal with certain situations, right? Could be uptight in a lot of situations, maybe even on medication to kind of calm them down. Now sipping on this tea and being completely calm. People who battle with being able to maintain their mood, maybe their moods were elevated, and not really being warranted and had to, seek, medical care in order to be able to maintain their composure and to balance their emotions. Guess what? Now sipping on this tea and emotions being balanced out. So I said, wait a minute, let me start to see what this stuff is, right? And I realized that there's something that's called THC. The higher the THC, the higher the high. The legal limit is 0.3. All of our full spectrum hemp products have less than 0.1. So it's all hemp, no high. So I sipped on this tea. I tell you, not only did I sleep like a baby, because I like to drink mine before I go to bed at night, and I can tell you I had a detoxification unlike any other. So I love this one right here. But now for the person on here tonight that's saying, you know what, I work in a job. Maybe you're, I don't know, a police officer, or maybe you're in the military and you're saying, listen, even if it's less than 0.1%, I can't have any THC. No worries. Mr. Fallon got you covered, okay? Because he came out just recently with the raspberry lemonade, broad spectrum hemp tea, 0.0% THC. Powerful, same benefits as the original. Drink it 30 minutes before a meal. You eat less. It tastes great. So there's really no excuse. So try your choice. You want a little bit or you don't. All right. They both taste great. All right. And so that's one of our CBD products. I can tell you after I did that, I said, well, I'm seeing people, opening up jars and doing some drops. And I said, well, let me see what this harmony is all about. And so we have the full spectrum drops over here with infused with the full spectrum hemp, the harmony. And this was the second product that I began to try. And what I love about this one is it has all of those benefits, okay? But in addition, it has vitamin E in it, okay? So it's gonna help to beautify your skin, keep you looking young. But it also has vitamin C in it, meaning high antioxidants, high in antioxidants to help to build your immune system. So after taking it and realizing that there's something called MTCs, well, those go into your body and they're going to stop the growth of fat cells. Anybody out there, y'all can raise your hand. Don't be afraid. All right. Anybody out there want to stop the growth of fat cells? I don't care how small you may be. Nobody wants them fat cells to grow, right? Unless you are on a mission to put on some weight. And I can tell you that's getting done over here too with a very powerful product called the Matrix. It's a meal replacement. So you can replace some meals, all right, to lose some weight, or you can add it to your meals and now put on some weight. Our 100% vegan protein over here. So I can go on and on with these products, okay? But I'm gonna stop right there. And that's just a few, all right? We have like 40 life-changing products and they're literally shipping to 150 countries around the entire world, okay? So it doesn't matter whether you know people in the United States or whether Jamaica, the Bahamas, or Canada, or wherever. We are everywhere, but we're just getting started. So we're looking for people who will now help us to become a product of the product, to become that voice, because word of mouth is the best form of marketing, and now to help us to share them with people all over the world as we are on that mission to impact health. All right. So those are some of the products. But what I want to do now is I want to move over into not just any compensation plan, but the #1 compensation plan in the entire world. So to those of you that are out there, maybe watching me, and maybe you work a full-time job or a part-time job, can you put in the comments how many times, how many ways do you get paid on your job? Okay, because I don't know. I always like to check the temperature, because I know that when I worked in corporate America, right, maybe you don't realize, but my background was finance and accounting before I became that stay-at-home mom. But and even when Nate worked, we only got one way. So I like to just check the temperature to see if anything is changing out there in the working America, all right? Let me know if y'all got anything else going on. But what I love about our compensation plan is we don't just get paid one way, but I want y'all to say six powerful ways, all right? And so let me tell you about the first way that I absolutely love. All right, the first way is what we call our retail commission. And what I love about this most is that we're changing lives with our products, okay? And that's the greatest thing. We're on that mission to impact lives health-wise, and retail allows us to do that. But not only that, I also love the fact that we get paid every single day, daily. Anybody use some daily pay? And I'm not just talking about Monday through Friday, but on Saturday and Sunday, absolutely, we wake up to a check. You see, somebody goes to your free state-of-the-art website that you're given. As soon as you decide to get back with the person that shared this information with you and say yes, you click order, right? And then, you know what? Enter your little credit card information to start your home-based business. Boom, you're in business. So now you can send your link to somebody that you know tonight. And guess what? You've turned on your daily pay and your business center that you have that we all get for free. And guess what? You're going to get a check tomorrow. It's just that powerful. 50% an industry high, all right? So, I give you an example. If somebody goes and they buy a month supply to NRG, right? They're going to pay about $55 for this powerful. You're going to earn $20 because it's based off of the product volume. So for every product, pretty much, you're going to earn about $20. Somebody goes and buys 3 products, you're going to earn about $60. So it's strong, okay? Now, I can tell you that's one way of the retail. But what I love about it, Mr. Jack Fallon, he's so ingenious, and it's because he came out with all of our products being, in individual sachets. So you literally can take these products, right? Break them down into week supplies, right? Because you buy a bag of this broad spectrum hemp tea, you pay about $60, right? Well, you literally can quadruple to double, quadruple, triple your initial investment by now saying, you know what? Who wants to try a week supply? Because somebody may not want to, give you $60. But I can tell you, you decide to say, you know what, one a day is what you take of the CBD. 5 packs, $30. All right. So now I just took and I gave someone a week supply for $30, right? Because they're able to try it, maybe 25, whatever you want to do. It's your business. You control your retail. That's the beautiful thing about it. And now guess what? You're able to offer someone the opportunity for change for less. And guess what? When it works, they're coming back for more. Real simple. Now, the second way we get paid is what we call a fast start bonus. Now, here's what's going to happen. All right. As you begin to become a product of the product, people fall in love with the product. They're sipping on the tea. They're saying, oh my gosh, I lost 5 pounds in 5 days. I feel lighter. I feel great. My energy is through the roof. They're going to say, wait a minute. I've been talking about this tea. People see a difference. I was going to work and I wasn't happy. This is the happy pill. It has a component in it that elevates your mood. And now I'm going to work saying, great morning, great morning. They're looking at me strange. And they're saying, oh, because I'm on something called NRG, right? You say it fast, it's called energy. So people want to know. So they say, I know some people, so how can I share these products? They get into position. They say yes. I told you yes is the most powerful word. They say yes, guess what's going to happen? They're now giving their free state-of-the-art website, but you're going to earn a 50% fast start bonus based off of the one-time investment that they start their home-based business with. Real simple, short, sweet, to the point. Now, the third, fourth, and fifth ways start to really get into where that person says that, you know what, I want to build a team, and you know what, I want to tap into residual income. Too many times in life, we're taught that linear income. Nate and I, we were dependent upon linear income. That's where we were trading our time for our dollars. So when that linear income stopped, thank God I had said yes to this little pack of tea, and we were on our journey of failing for 20 years in this industry in order to fail forward to finding the perfect opportunity that will one day change our life. So when that linear income stopped, think about it. All right. They said we don't need you no more. So therefore, no more hours, no more check. All right. And that's what we're taught in life. But what we need to learn more about with the wealthy in this world, they understand residual income. And that means you're going to get paid over and over and over again from a one-time effort. You put in the work, you're going to get something out. So now you go out and find 2 people just like you. Want to be healthy, lose some weight, become a product of our products, right? Make a commitment to be here for 12 months from now, right? So you can start to see them real big results happening. And now what's going to happen is you find 2 people who now activate the hybrid binary. Begins to grow, and I'm just going to continue talking. I don't know if I'm going in or out. I know it looks like I am on this end, but the binary grows and you get into a position in which nobody can take your place. All right. So now as people begin to say yes after you, people decide to get started tomorrow, next week, next month, during the summer, in the holiday season, whatever, as people understand even making even more money, you got in before them. You're able to benefit because people start to fall down below you in the binary and they become a part of your organization and you can benefit. You're able to earn up to $20,000 a week on this one way of pay. Now, the fourth way is where you are now able to tap into what we call our check match. What I love is that Mr. Jack Fallon says, I'm going to reward you for helping people. So now when you personally introduce someone to this business, right? For instance, I see my brother Daryl on here, right? Timing and positioning. Okay. He got into position when we first got started. Life can happen. But guess what? The good thing about it is he solidified a position of equity. And I can tell you in this season it's powerful, right? But what I love about this is when my brother Daryl and his wife Dawn, when they get paid on that binary every week, because we get paid daily, we get paid weekly, right? And one of the ways, the next way I'm gonna tell you is a monthly way. So now when they go out and they get paid on that binary every week, right? They're gonna get their money, but because we personally introduce them, we get a 50% match. All right. So if they go out and they make $1,000, they get their 1,000. We're celebrating, but we're happy also even more because we get a $500 match. Think about this. They're just one person in our organization, right? We got, I see Jay Scott on here, right? Okay, thank you. I went out for a little while. right? We personally introduce her, she gets paid, right? I see so many of our people, on here. Dr. T, let's say if we introduce her, she gets paid, we get paid 50%. But now it gets better, okay? Now when Daryl and Dawn go out and they introduce Jaren and Brittany to the team, right? Now what's going to happen is this, all right? Now when Jaren and Brittany get paid, they're our second level. We're able to earn up to another 50%. Just remember 100%. But I want you to imagine this being you and all of these different streams coming into your household, okay? Not mine. Think about your own household. What could you do with all these different streams of income coming into your house? The fifth way we get paid over here is what we call a lifestyle life changer bonus. Once you reach the rank of a national director, we did this our 5th month in our business. Mr. Fallon says, I'm just going to give you $1,500 a month to maintain your lifestyle. It's just that simple. All right. Then that 6th way, you'll feel it. All right. You'll feel it. You see, we have a lot of fun over here. So therefore we get a lot of work done. Passion is our fuel. Grateful is our mindset. You see, we give more than what's expected over here at Total Life Changes. We love each other, period. So what that means is we are a family. We are a community. We are on a mission to impact lives all over the world. And it's the energy that you're going to feel. It's the passion that you're going to feel. It's the love that you're going to feel. And you know what? It's the results that you're going to feel, okay? Because facts tell, stories tell. And we have story after story happening here at Total Life Changes. So every one of you on here tonight are saying, what do I need to do next? Well, you got to make a decision. You see, decisions are everything in life. Many times we end up missing opportunity. We end up closing the door when the door is wide open because we just simply don't move. Okay, so decide, do I want to be a product of the product and now get these products into the veins? I say, if you cut me, I bleed TLC because this little pack of tea changed my life, right? And so literally, you get whatever products that you can now invest in you. That's today. Invest in you. Take care of you. Honor your health. Honor your body. And begin to take care of you and get whatever products that you want. All right. You should be texting the person that shared this live with you, invited you on and say, you know what? I'm ready to definitely take my health to the next level. But if you're like me, and so many people that are on here tonight, and you understand being a life changer and, changing your life and helping to change the lives of others, and you need to make some extra money. Okay, because one thing that we don't do is want to make a good customer a bad business partner. You for real have a desire to bring some extra cash into your house, whether it's a little bit or building for your legacy. You got your choice. That's what I love about over here on what we do. So now you grab a hold of the $50 digital download kit, ladies and gentlemen. What I love about the digital download is that it's immediate. All right, there's no waiting. All right, so you get to download everything and you are on go to now get this thing done. So $50. Grab a hold of whatever product. I always say you need 3. It's the trifecta. Okay, when you now have the tea, the NutriBurst, the NRG coming into your household, or another product that you decide to try, you're going to really become a product of the product. And the only way for this to go from your head to your heart is to fall in love with these products and allow them to do the work. So get you at least 3 products, okay? That's going to cost you about $160, $170, something like that. But imagine a home-based business that gives you unlimited potential income for that amount. But I always say, don't make your minimums your maximums. Okay, so if you have some money to invest, you see, we are in a season in which our products in high demand. When someone shares their link with you, you're going to go there and you're going to see a lot of out of stocks for real. Why? Because the world in this season has understood that their health is their greatest wealth. Imagine you being the one to share this information. You see, I truly believe that the person that solves the most problems creates the most wealth. TLC is a company that is definitely solving problems. All you got to do is make a decision that you want to be the one that's sharing the information. All right. So grab a hold, one, customize, whatever it is, get you some product today. Say yes to your life. Say yes to Total Life Changes. Say yes to, helping to change the lives of others. So as I close this out, I just want to share with you all, one yes turned our entire life around. Coming from a woman who once didn't believe in myself, coming from a woman who allowed fear to stop me, coming from, a family in which we've experienced every single type of loss, bankruptcy, repossessed everything, coming from being that mother that used to cry tears behind a computer because we couldn't afford a tutor for our son who has truly been blessed, who was moved along in the school system, set up to fail, but TLC allowed us to hire him a private tutor. TLC allowed us to give him a chance at his dream as he was never able to play basketball. TLC allowed us to literally put him in a private boarding school, Oak Hill Academy, paid cash for that school, that opened up scholarship after scholarship for him to now be at West LA, to now having 15 D1 offers, to now saying yes to Cal State Fullerton. You see, one yes. Somebody out there, y'all, is dependent upon your yes. All you got to do is make a decision that, you know what, we don't have to settle for the things that life is throwing us. But instead, the person that makes a decision that, you know what, I'm going to do something different in order to have something different will definitely reap the reward. So as I close out this TLC Conversations tonight, I just want to say to each and every one of you, hey, I look forward to seeing all of y'all, not from the top, but at the top, as you are now sending out those text messages saying, you know what, it's not an option. I know that I need to do something. And you know what? The time is now. There is no other way. All right. So join us back tomorrow night, same place, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm getting it together. And 7 Central, we will be back with another phenomenal TLC Conversations as we let the world know where you at. We're taking over. That's why we say where you're at. Say yes, so you can say, here I am. All right, so get back with the person that shared this live with you, and let's take this thing all the way to the top. All right? Good night, everybody. Yes. Good night. See you back tomorrow night. You feel it. You feel it. Here we go. Total life changer. Yes. Where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. Total life changer. Where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. I'm a life changer. I'm a life changer. I'm a bonus. You're welcome. Good night, everybody. I'm a life changer. I'm a life changer. Yes. I'm a 24/7 you too. Baby life changer. You feel that? Hey, Cynthia Jones. You feel it. All right. You feel it. Hey. There you go. I hear it. I see the testimonies. Yes. Don't come in the way and let me hear you say you got a migraine. Don't turn around and want to lose the power. Just might say if the energy flows and you move the soul, I just might say yes. You want a meal without taking some pills, I just might say total life changers. Where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. Total life changers. Yes. Where you at? Throw your hands up, wave them in the air. I'm a life changer. I'm a life changer. I'm a certified life changer. I'm a life changer. I'm a life changer. I'm a 24/7 life changer. Hey, all right. Good night, everybody. See y'all all at the top. All right. You're welcome. Good night, everybody.